Moving on to the second category of the 2020 Central Man Wrestling Award of the Year, we got Female Wrestler of the Year. So to vote for your favorite nominees, you just basically write down the comment section below. Anyway, for Female Wrestler of the Year for 2020, represent the main roster WWE, we got Asuka, Bayley, Sasha Banks. Represent NXT, we got Io Shirai, Candice LeRae, and Rhea Ripley. And represent AEW, we got Hikaru Shida, Britt Baker, and Nyla Rose. I'm gonna start with AEW first. Nyla Rose, man. She had a funny 2020. She won the women's title against Riho on Dynamite, and then she dropped the title to Shida at Double or Nothing, and she was barely on TV. She's kind of like on and off on TV throughout 2020. The stuff with Vicky Guerrero, it's kind of like it didn't do elevating Nyla. The women's division in AEW is so weak. It'll get better. Don't get me wrong. It will get better, but it's just a weak. Very weak. Anyway, I don't think she's going to win this award. I'd rather put Big Swole, but I don't think she's not really qualified to be on this list. Her major feud in 2020 was against Britt Baker. Anyway, and speaking of Britt Baker, her 2020 was plagued due to injury. She injured her knee on a match at Dynamite and injured her nose. But I like the stuff with the role model stuff with Tony Schiavone and Rebel/Reba. The sporting montage, and then also the segment with the in the massage salon with Tony Schiavone. I think they got just good chemistry between Britt and Tony. Her wrestling, she's okay in the ring. The one thing she stands out in the ring is her submission hold, the locked jaws. She's really good talker. I could see her winning the women's title probably for 2021. Anyway, Hikaru Shida. She had a good 2020. She won the women's title at Double or Nothing against Nyla Rose. I was shocked, why they did the title change, because she did fine as women's champion at Nyla Rose, but she'd had a great, not great, but a good 2020, She had fine matches with Penelope Ford and Big Swole, and she told the house down with Thunder Rosa at All Out. She had fine matches against Nyla Rose. Her match with Nyla Rose at Double or Nothing, that was good, but at Full Gear it was okay. So, moving on to the NXT side. Wow, it's a weak year for the NXT, I can rip up Shotzi Blackheart in this list, but like I said, I don't really watch a full episode of NXT, just the clips. It's very fuzzy. Candice LeRae, she was kind of like the heel in 2020. It's a shame they didn't really put the women's title on her. I think I can see her winning the women's title for 2020. I'm trying to keep it short and simple for the NXT side. I can obviously Rhea Ripley. She had a match with Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 36 Part 2, I think. Yeah, that was stupid to have Rhea Ripley dropping the women's title to Charlotte because she started the year as the women's champion, and then all of a sudden, let's drop the title to Charlotte. That's fucking stupid. I think she fought was it Mercedes Martinez and Raquel Gonzalez. I can see her reclaiming the women's title for 2020. I don't know if she's gonna get called up to the main roster. Who knows? Fingers crossed. Io Shirai. Io Shirai had a good 2020. She carried the yellow brand for NXT. She won this Money in the Bank ladder match. She won the briefcase, and then she won the women's title at Takeover in Your House in a triple threat match between Charlotte Flair, Io Shirai, and Rhea Ripley. She had a good match against Candice LeRae at Takeover 31. My memory is a bit fuzzy. I can't remember. I think she had a match at Takeover. She had a match against Dakota Kai. Sorry. Yeah, she had a good match with Dakota Kai at Takeover 30. Almost forgot. Yeah, she had good matches for 2020 for Io Shirai. I can see her dropping the title probably at the end of the year in 2020 or the start of 2021, probably in January. at NXT New Year's Evil. Anyway, moving on to the main roster WWE. Keeping it short and simple. Um, Sasha Banks had a good 2020. For the whole bulk of 2020, she was kind of like teaming up with Bayley, being the power couple. Not power couple, but this power team, winning, the women's tag team championships, and had a feud with Bayley, winning the SmackDown Women's title. She had a sick Hell in a Cell match with Bayley in October. And Asuka also had a good 2020. She carried the red brand throughout the whole bulk of 2020. She had a great matches against Bayley and Sasha Banks. So far, she didn't do much in 2020. So far, she had an okay match with Selena Vega. She had a good, she's just like, I'm guessing she's in a match with Lana at TLC. That's the rumor. I don't want to get into it. Another topic for another time. She, become a two-time women's champion in the Raw brand. And then let's go to Bayley. I think Bayley, for me, this is my pick. Like I said, just write down your favorite nominees in the comment section below. Had a good 2020. She had a really hold the SmackDown Women's title for 1 year. I like the heel Bayley character. She really put the prestige into the SmackDown Women's title. The wrestler makes the title. And she had great matches. She had okay matches as well, but yeah, I go with Bayley for me. Female wrestler of the year for 2020.